I wrote a sad song for the FSU fans to represent how all of them are feeling right now, and it will be played on the world's smallest violin.
Coach, Coop, Coach, Coop, Coach, Coop, the Coach Coop Show. Coach, Coop, Coach, Coop, Coach, Coop, the Coach Coop Show. The Coach Coop Show. The Coach Coop Show. The Coach Coop Show.
What's going on, Canes fans? I am all smiles today, as I'm sure most of you are as well. Of course, as you're already well aware, the Miami Hurricanes took care of business against Florida State, defeating the Seminoles 52-10. Which, by the way, 52 points is the most that either team has ever scored in this rivalry. Now, before we dive into the video, I want to give a huge shout out to everyone who showed up for the live hangout during the game, both Miami fans, FSU fans, and fans of other opposing teams. As you guys know, I've not felt good. To be completely honest with you, for the past month or two, I've been dealing with some medical issues, so I wasn't as hyped as I normally would be in this rivalry game, but the amount of love that you guys still showed me in that live hangout was just absolutely mind-blowing. So thank you so much for hanging out and just having a good time. But to all the FSU fans in my preview video that said my score prediction was just so disrespectful to FSU, I really guess I just didn't give enough credit, however, to the Miami offense. But let's dive into my initial reaction to this game. I'm going to keep it short, sweet, simple, and to the point. We're going to talk about a couple of positives, what went right for us, but we're not going to ignore the negatives and things that we did wrong. So what did the Canes do right in this game? I mentioned that 52 points is the most points ever scored in this rivalry matchup, but also Miami put up 38 points in the first half, which also breaks the record for the most points in any half in this rivalry. That's huge for Miami to put up 38 points in the first half of this game. Heck, in any game, because we're bad about starting out slow. The Hurricanes racked up over 500 yards of total offense, which, if I'm not mistaken, averages around 6.1 yards per play. That's pretty good. And our running backs proved that once again, they are absolutely legit. They are the real deal. Of course, Cameron Harris, the big tough runner, Jalen Knighton with his elusiveness, and Don Chaney Jr. with the yards after contact. That's one tough dude. 11 different receivers caught passes in this game, and that's huge because that means we're getting everybody involved. Some of the young guys even got some play time. We're spreading the ball around. I love to hear it. And late in this game, we even got to see some second and third string guys, and those snaps are very valuable, especially in a game time environment. Third down efficiency was good. 6 of 6 red zone scoring. 6 sacks. The O-line allowed no sacks. There's so many good things to talk about. But what didn't go so well for Miami in this game? Well, for starters, I know that it's a rivalry game. It's going to be heated. It's going to get kind of chippy. But for Miami, 8 penalties for 80 yards. That's tough. 2 of those being on Jalen Phillips, which got him ejected from the game. You've got to play disciplined. You're not helping your team very much in the locker room. King also still needs to work on his deep ball. I don't know if it's an accuracy issue or a timing issue. And also, we still have too many receivers dropping balls. And I know I'm calling some specific people out, but I'm looking at you, Pope and Harley. And I also personally feel like that somebody other than Pope should be returning punts for us. I know it seems like that I'm just picking on the guy, but I don't know if he's just in his own head or what's going on with it. But too many fumbled punts, too many times when we could have potentially returned it and he's called the fair catch. Just his decision-making skills when returning the punts just doesn't seem to be there. Kickoff even, maybe I'm okay with, but punts, I don't know, maybe we should try somebody else there. You guys are seeing the same stuff that I'm seeing, so tell me down in the comment section what you think. And the defense did let up a little bit in the second half. Of course, I'm pretty sure that FSU had probably lined that drive up at halftime. They came out, marched down the field, and scored on us. But at the end of the day, after the missed tackles and some of the miscues and mental mistakes and bad angles, I mean, it's hard to complain considering that we held FSU to just 10 points. But let's slide on over to ESPN.com and take a look at the full stats for the game. I'm just going to briefly go over them, focusing primarily on the Miami Hurricanes, because that's what we're all here to talk about, right? 33 first downs in this game. That's big time. As I said, I'm super impressed with the third down efficiency. That's much better than what we're known for. 11 of 18. 3 of 4 on fourth downs. I was perfectly fine when we went for it on those fourth downs. I think those were good calls from Lashley. 517 total yards of offense. 317 of that passing. 200 of that rushing. I like that. 8 penalties for 80 yards. Again, that's kind of rough. But at the same time, it is a rivalry game. I mean, look at FSU. 12 penalties for 113 yards. Now, I don't know about the whole Terry chokehold thing. I don't know how I feel about that one. Obviously, guys get chippy. They start pushing, shoving everybody's jawing a little bit. But Terry, with the chokehold, come on, bro. 31-55 time of possession. 2 fumbles for us, and we did create 3 turnovers for FSU. Let's also take a look at individual stats from the box score. Don't take it that I'm just focusing on specific players, that I'm playing favorites or something like that. We're just touching on a few here and there. So De'Aaron King, 29 of 40 for 267 yards and 2 touchdown passes. N'Kosi Perry did get to see some snaps. 4 of 7 for 50 yards, and he did have a touchdown pass. That was nice to see. Rushing, De'Aaron King actually led the way. 8 carries for 65 yards. Now, this is really not that bad, though, because, again, when you look at it, everybody had a chance to get some carries in this game. Cameron Harris, 12 carries for 43 yards. I know we're used to seeing him in the hundreds, right, in these past few games. But also notice that Don Chaney Jr. had 7 carries for 35 yards. Burns had 4 carries for 28 yards. That's good to see. And Knighton with 5 carries for 28 yards. Again, I'm very impressed with what Don Chaney Jr. did in this game. He had some big-time runs. You're looking at it, you're thinking, Coop, 35 yards. But look at this, bro. 2 touchdowns. The man had so many yards after contact, which we knew was going to be big coming into this game. That's huge for us. Receiving, Pope led the way, 5 receptions for 60 yards. It could still be so much more. Come on, Pope, step up, bro. Wiggins, 3 receptions for 54 yards. Harley, 7 for 53 yards. Brevin Jordan, 5 receptions for 41 yards. Knighton actually had some receptions. Same for Cameron Harris. Redding also 2 catches for 13 yards. Will Mallory, 1 for 10. Let's see what else we got here. Defensively, Amari Carter led the way with total tackles at 6. Finally, guys, we racked up some sacks. 6 sacks in this game. We knew that they were going to handle business against FSU's O-line. I'm being real with you, just absolutely pitiful. This was awesome here to see Bubba Bolden with an interception. Jalen Phillips with the interception. That was huge. That play is so memorable. And then Al Blades Jr. with the interception, which Bubba Bolden had a heck of a night, guys. This was off of the Bubba Bolden deflection. The man, I don't even know. As you can see, I'm struggling to find words here. I remember on that play, it was just like a flash of lightning, right? He was just a blur on the screen. Bubba Bolden, his instincts are just so good, and he's definitely going to be playing on Sundays. But that's really about it. Bora Gallus, Mr. Automatic. Can I get some comments about Mr. Automatic down in the comment section below? 6 of 6 on extra points, and he did have the field goal, the 30-yard field goal that he made. I don't think the man has missed a kick as a Miami Hurricane. That's just so exciting for us Canes fans. But man, I know you guys were expecting something a little more crazy. I will say that I'm looking for any FSU fans that are brave enough to show up in this comment section. They were talking mad trash in the preview video, and I honestly, I don't see any, okay? I don't see any right now, but any FSU fans brave enough to show up in this react video on a Miami Hurricanes channel after getting your booty spanked 52-10, nothing but respect from Coach Coop. And once again, guys, I'm going to probably take this coming week off, the bye week for Miami, because we know what's coming up next, and I want to be feeling good and ready to go for that matchup because we've got some big things planned for that. Clemson is coming up, and we can go ahead and discuss it a little bit down in the comment section if you guys want to. I'm not going to get into it just yet. Everybody's already asking, Coop, do you think we can win? Do you think we can take down the big bad Clemson Tigers? We're going to talk about it, all right? Remember, though, guys, we're all one big happy college football family, but at the end of the day, I got to say, it's always better when you get to rep the U. Hey, Coach Coop, peace out.